Okay, so let's check out this Gamemax case here. So this is how it shipped. No exterior box. Let's check the package out. That is a pretty significant amount of damage. Really hope the tempered side glass panel is okay. Another minor dent up here. Don't really see anything here. Quick shot of the case. Nothing on the top. Bottom appears to be one little scrape down in the corner here. Alright, let's get this thing open. Okay, let's hope there's no actual damage to the case itself. I didn't hear anything jingling around. So, fingers crossed. This does have a tempered glass side panel, so okay. Looks like, yow, static electricity, hello. Sure, I'm generating a crap ton more sliding across this. Oh, it appears we are in one piece. Alright, let's get this out of the foam and plastic and check this case out. Now, the whole purpose of this case is to switch out an older case to this new one, and then use that older case for the build behind me. And then I'm going to turn the build behind me into an open air test bench. Okay. Oh, looks like it's actually on a hinge. Wow, this is really nice. Let's see, so this case, I have some stuff written down about it. I ordered the case on 11/3 and it arrived on 11/8. It was right around $60. The whole thing with this case is supposed to be, this front panel is supposed to be an infinity mirror. So yeah, that'll be really interesting to check out. Alright, let's try and figure out how to get this thing open. Push button maybe? No? Latch? Alright, well, see they have a magnetic dust filter. Looks like you can get 140 mil, maybe 120s. Let's see. Box says it supports 3 120s in the front, 120 in the rear, which is included. It's also supposed to be ARGB, and 2 120 mils in the top. Okay, to get the side panel off, peel back this peel a little bit. It's got a little latch handle, and then just pull, and it should lift right off, just like that. And let's take a closer look at the interior. Pretty basic. Here's our accessory bag. We'll go through that in a second. Let's get this rear panel off. Oh, points taken off for not captive thumb screws. But, you know, for a $60 case with an infinity mirror in the front, and an ARGB fan in the back, and I believe there's even supposed to be an included hub with this. Logo on the side. It's actually pretty neat, and the fact that it's, you know, kind of embossed, it's not too gaudy. Plus, it's on the back side of the case. Look at that. We do have what looks to be an ARGB and fan hub. That's awesome. Alright, let's get our accessories bag out. See what we got going on. I'm sure it's pretty standard. Velcro tie down straps in the back. Very nice. I really need to get a Lazy Susan so I can just spin it. Don't like dragging the case. Alright, typical accessories bag. Let's see. Well, looks like we have a ARGB converter or splitter maybe. Sync cable. This actually kind of looks like a GPU sag bracket, but I'll have to check the documentation to be sure, but that's pretty sure it's what it is. Interesting. That's exactly what it is. Nice on gun Gamemax. I'm liking this. Alright, so we've got some screws and some nylon washers. Not sure what these little nubbins are for. Looks like we got another thumb screw. And a couple of random screws, just chilling. Alright, let's flip it back around the back. See what's got a basement. We have a couple of removable, looks like toolless hard bay drives. Maybe. Let's put this down on its face, make it a little easier. Take this dust filter off before I wreck it. Small dust filter around the power supply area. This one actually looks like it's got a kink in it. It's kind of weird. Also looks like some sort of mounting down here if you wanted to. Is this tray removable? It is not. It is pop riveted in. Let's get some of these wires out of the way. Let's see what we got. I'm sure it's a standard USB 3 front I/O. I don't believe there's a USB-C on here. No, there is not. But you do get two fast USB ports, separate mic, headphone jack. Assuming one of these could be to control the lights and power and reset. Alright, majority of the wires removed. These just look to be fan headers and RGB headers. Alright, here we have HD audio. Oh, the front panel connector is almost one solid piece. Why don't they just go that extra mile? You know, it's standard in every case. I don't understand why case manufacturers just don't get on board with this. And your USB 3 header. Well, let's see if we can figure out how to get these cages out. Should just pull. Yep. I mean, toolless, plastic, cheesy, but you know what? It works. I am really liking this case for this price point. I think it's a fantastic deal so far. It'd be great if it came with a few more fans in the front. There is pretty ample, you know, ventilation on the sides. Let's see if I have some fans kicking around that I can add to it. It looks like standoffs are pre-installed. Let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up to power supply and see what the hype is all about. Okay, so a couple other quick mentions. There's not very much room behind the motherboard tray. So if you have an excess of wires, they're going to definitely need to be as flat as possible, unless they can, be put down in the power supply basement, which with a power supply in there won't be a whole lot of room. One of your options might be to, pull one of the trays out if it's not populated with a disc and, stuff cables there. I also wanted to mention that the GPU bracket actually mounts to here to help keep the GPU sag at bay. That's actually really nice that it's included with a case like this. I mean, motherboard or case manufacturers just seem to, let stuff like that slide, and then you get a company like Gamemax that, just includes it. Alright, so back to getting a power supply hooked up and checking this out. Took me a minute, but I found this Segotep power supply. It's actually an SFX. I had it in my build downstairs until I upgraded the GPU, and then once I upgraded the GPU, I had to upgrade this because the wattage wasn't enough. But this should be perfectly fine for checking out the RGB on this case. Quick side note, so I popped the front panel off just to get a better look at the front. Somebody went a little crazy with the with the hot glue. Not very. Hello. Let's see what this plug is for up here in the corner. Okay, well, it appears I will not be able to check out the RGB in the case until I actually get a motherboard in the case, because I assumed there would just be some sort of SATA connector to hook the hub up to power the hub, and that would power the lights, but that does not appear to be the case. So stay tuned for part 2.